a simple tip that helps orchids bloom 3 times more than usual. Today, I'm going to share with you a detailed method that can transform a nearly dying orchid into a healthy, thriving plant with roots that grow 3 times faster and 3 times more abundantly than normal. If you found this helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to support our channel. Here's our main character for today. This orchid has wilted after some time without proper care. After a full blooming season, the flowers have finally faded, and the plant starts to look weaker day by day. Have you noticed that too? The roots of the orchid are in really poor condition. Many have dried out completely, losing their natural firmness and flexibility. Instead of being plump and green or silvery, they've become shriveled, brown, and brittle. Some even break apart like dry twigs when touched. It's easy to see that these roots can no longer absorb water or nutrients, which is a serious problem for the plant's survival. These rotten roots are not just useless. They can actually harm the plant further by spreading bacteria and fungus to the remaining healthy tissue. We need to trim away all the rotten roots. This is super important because rotten roots don't absorb water or nutrients, and they can actually spread bacteria and fungi to the rest of the plant. By cutting them off, we're helping the plant get rid of the bad stuff, so it can focus on growing new, healthy roots. When you're cutting, be careful not to go too deep. We want to cut right above where the root turns soft or mushy, but don't cut too close to the plant's base. We want to keep the healthy parts of the roots intact. And make sure you're using clean, sharp scissors or pruning shears. As for the roots, you should keep look for ones that are still firm and white or light colored. If they're soft or brown, they've got to go. If a root feels dry but still has some white in the center, it might still be alive, so be cautious. Next, we'll gently place the orchid in a pot of water to clean off all the dirt and debris from the roots. We'll carefully wash the plant to ensure it's free from any dirt, dust, or bacteria that might be stuck to its roots and leaves. This step is really important because cleaning the plant thoroughly helps prevent any potential issues and gives it a fresh start. We'll make sure to do it gently, so we don't damage the delicate parts of the orchid while removing any unwanted residues. Make sure to clean it gently though. We don't want to damage the plant. Just gently rub the roots and leaves, making sure not to press too hard or cause any stress to the orchid. After washing the plant, we'll gently wipe it down. Take a soft, clean cloth or towel and carefully pat the roots, stem, and leaves dry. This will help prevent any moisture from sitting on the plant, especially around the base, which could lead to rot. Once it's dried off, the plant will be ready for the next steps. Prepare 1 aloe vera leaf. Chop them up into small pieces. Aloe vera is actually really great for orchids, especially when it comes to their roots. It has natural vitamins and minerals that can help stimulate the growth of new, healthy roots. So, if your orchid's roots have been damaged or affected by rot, now, let's take the aloe vera that we've cut into small pieces and put it into the blender. Blending the aloe vera into a smooth consistency helps release all of its beneficial nutrients and compounds, making it easier to apply to the orchid. Pouring 250 milliliters water. Let the mixture sit for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, we'll strain the aloe vera mixture to separate the juice from the pulp. This helps get rid of any chunky bits, so we're left with a smooth liquid that's easy to apply to the orchid. Where in the world are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments. I'd love to connect. And hey, if you're facing any challenges with your orchid, don't be shy, ask away. Let's grow and learn together on this plant-loving journey. Dilute the juice with 1,000 milliliters of clean water. We'll use a cotton ball to gently wipe the orchid, making sure we clean both the top and the bottom of the leaves. Wiping the top of the leaves is really important because it helps remove dust, dirt, and any residue that might have built up. This is crucial since the leaves need to absorb sunlight for photosynthesis. If the top is dirty, it can block the light, preventing the plant from getting the energy it needs to grow and stay healthy. Now, wiping the underside of the leaves is just as important. The underside of the leaves is where the plant's pores, or stomata, are located. These stomata are essential for the plant to breathe, exchange gases, and take in moisture. We'll soak the orchid in the aloe vera solution now. By letting the orchid sit in the solution for a while, it will absorb all the beneficial properties of the aloe vera. This will help the plant in several ways. It'll hydrate the roots, promote healing for any damaged areas. Soak it for 30 minutes. After soaking the orchid in the aloe vera solution for about 30 minutes, we'll gently take it out and let it dry for a little while. It's important to let the plant dry off before moving on to the next steps. This helps prevent any excess moisture from causing rot. Use 1 tablespoon of honey. Honey is actually really good for orchids. It's got natural antibacterial and antifungal properties, so when you apply it to the plant's wounds or any damaged parts, it helps prevent infections. After that, we'll mix it with 3 vitamin B1 tablets. The vitamin B1 helps promote root growth and strengthens the plant, giving it an extra boost. Together with the honey, it'll create a powerful solution that helps the orchid heal, recover, and thrive. Stir the solution. Let the mixture sit for about 15 minutes. After letting the solution sit for about 15 minutes to mix and settle, we'll pour it into a clean bottle, ready for the next soaking session. We'll soak the leaves in the vitamin B1 and honey solution because this will help them recover and heal faster. The vitamin B1 will stimulate cell growth and strengthen the plant. Let's soak the leaves in the solution for 20 minutes. After soaking the leaves in the vitamin B1 and honey solution for about 20 minutes, we'll gently take them out and let the orchid dry. Combine the aloe vera water with our nutrient solution. If you had to choose just one tip to save a struggling orchid, what would it be? Let's share our best tricks. Soak it for 30 minutes. After soaking for 30 minutes, we'll gently take the orchid out and let it dry. It's important to give it some time to dry before moving on to the next step. Next, we'll use cinnamon to help dry the wounds. Cinnamon is great because it has natural antifungal and antibacterial properties, which help prevent infections. By applying it to the wounds, it not only helps to dry them out, but also forms a protective barrier that keeps harmful bacteria and fungi away. This is especially important for orchids, as it helps them heal faster and reduces the risk of further damage or rot. Remember, we need to trim off any rotting roots, and right after that, make sure to apply cinnamon to the cut areas. This helps seal the wounds and prevents any infection from spreading. Next, we'll give the orchid a new home by repotting it. Let's tuck the pine bark into the pot. This is really important because the pine bark will help with drainage, ensuring the water doesn't sit around the roots and cause rot. It also keeps the soil light and airy, allowing the roots to get plenty of oxygen. What do you think an orchid needs the most to stay healthy? Light, water, or nutrients? Type 1, 2, or 3? We're going to use a frame clip to help the orchid stand upright and look more elegant. This will keep the plant steady, especially when it's just been repotted, and help it grow in a nice shape. A well-supported orchid not only looks better, but also grows more evenly and stays healthier in the long run. Alright, now we're going to gently add a layer of moss on top of the potting mix. This might seem like a small step, but it's actually really important. Moss does a great job at retaining moisture, which is especially helpful when the weather is dry or when the orchid has just been repotted and is still recovering. It holds just the right amount of water, not too much to cause rot, but not too little to let the roots dry out. Besides moisture control, The moss also acts like a cushion that protects new, tender roots and helps keep the temperature around the base of the plant stable. Every time you water, the moss will slowly absorb and release the moisture, giving the plant a steady supply. Let's give the orchid a light watering now, just enough to make the potting mix moist. But actually, it's best to water it thoroughly so the moisture can soak deep into the pot. When you water deeply, the roots get a proper drink and the moisture stays in the medium longer. Don't throw away the leftover solution. We can totally reuse it to care for other orchids. I'll walk you through 3 easy methods that you can try, depending on how much time you have. Method 1. Wipe the plant with cotton soaked in the solution. This is a gentle and effective way to care for your orchid's leaves. Use a soft cotton pad or clean cloth dipped in the leftover solution and gently wipe both sides of each leaf. And don't worry, it's not hard at all. Just grab a soft cotton pad or a clean piece of cloth, dip it into your leftover aloe vera or B1 honey solution, and gently wipe each leaf. You don't have to scrub. Gentle is key here. We're not trying to polish furniture. We're just cleaning enough so the leaf can do its job better. How often should you do this? About twice a week is just right. Any more than that, and you might end up stressing the plant, especially if you're using strong solutions. And remember, always do this in the morning or late afternoon, not during peak sunlight hours. Alright, let's do the same with the next plant, yeah? Just take that soft cotton pad, dip it into the solution we've made, whether it's from aloe vera, vitamin B1, or honey, and gently wipe the leaves of the next orchid, just like we did before. Make sure you clean both the top and bottom of the leaves. The top layer is usually where dust settles and can block light, while the underside is where those tiny stomata are, so we gotta keep that clean too. And remember, wipe gently, no need to rub hard. We don't want to bruise the leaves or damage the surface. What's the biggest challenge you're facing when taking care of your orchids? Leave a comment and let me know. I'll try to help you out in the next video. Method 2. Spray with a misting bottle. Great for busy people. This is the quickest method if you're short on time. Just pour the leftover solution into a spray bottle and mist it evenly over the whole plant leaves, stem, and even around the base. The plant will absorb nutrients directly through its leaves, which can give it a nice little boost. It's fast, convenient, and perfect if you can't tend to your plants every day. Use this 2 to 3 times per week. But make sure you spray early in the morning or late in the afternoon when it's cool. Avoid spraying during hot midday sun, as it can burn the leaves or cause shock. Let's do the same with this plant, alright? Just spray it lightly to keep it nice and moist. We want to make sure it's not too dry, but also not soaked, so a light misting will do the trick. Keep the plant hydrated, and it'll help it stay happy and healthy. Method 3. Deep watering and soaking for 20 minutes. If you have more time, this method is incredibly nourishing. First, water the plant thoroughly to moisten the potting medium. Look at this, watering like this really makes the plant super healthy. And you can see how strong and sturdy the roots are. It's amazing how a little care can make such a difference. The plant is thriving, and the roots are really taking off, getting firm and well established. Let's water this one the same way, just like we did with the last plant. A light, even mist all over will do the trick. It will keep the plant nice and hydrated and help the roots grow strong and healthy, just like the previous one. Then, place the whole pot into a larger container filled with the leftover solution and let it soak for about 15 to 20 minutes. This allows the roots to absorb nutrients deeply and evenly. After soaking, take the pot out and let all the excess water drain out completely. Four weeks later, and look at that. The leaves are much sturdier now. They've definitely toughened up, but you can still see they're a bit wrinkled. That's totally normal. The plant is still recovering and strengthening. Let's check out the roots now and see how they've progressed over the past few months. As we can see, the roots have grown significantly. They're thicker, much more robust, and you can see that the tips are a healthy white color. But here's the really exciting part. The tips are starting to turn green, which means they're getting enough nutrients and moisture to support healthy growth. The roots have spread out well into the moss, showing that the plant is really stabilizing and adapting to its environment. After 2 more months, look at the incredible progress. The leaves are much greener and stronger now. They're standing tall and firm, thanks to how we carefully supported them earlier. You can really see the difference. The color is richer and the texture is much more robust. As for the roots, they're continuing to thrive. The tips are a deeper shade of green, which means they're absorbing plenty of nutrients. The roots themselves have grown thicker, stronger, and more intricate, weaving through the moss and making a solid foundation for the plant. The older roots have turned a more silvery white, while the newer growth is firm and vibrant, showing that the plant is not only surviving but really flourishing. That's it for today. Our orchid has come a long way, stronger leaves and thriving roots. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips. Share your plant care stories in the comments. See you next time. Happy gardening.